When a quarterback exits one of the most unforgiving media markets in the world, he doesn't just carry bruises from sacks and losses, he carries scars left by headlines, talk shows, and relentless speculation. That's the quiet truth Daniel Jones wears now, even as he transitions into a new chapter with the Indianapolis Colts. Jones, once the heir apparent in New York, now finds himself in Indiana, reflecting not only on his past but also on the wisdom he extracted from the storm he endured. His face doesn't betray regret or bitterness, it carries the calm of a man who has been through fire and come out not untouched, but definitely refined. There's something different about the way Jones speaks now. It isn't flash. It isn't swagger. It's the measured tone of someone who's learned that winning games is just one part of the job, and surviving the outside noise is another entirely. Years under the scrutiny of the New York spotlight gave him an intimate understanding of both. He stands there in Westfield, Indiana, far from the towering skyline of Manhattan, addressing a small circle of reporters. And though the crowd may be smaller, the words carry weight. I think all the clichés you hear as a quarterback, Jones says, that is what wins games. It might sound simple, but behind that simplicity is survival. It's a quarterback learning that clichés aren't just press conference fillers. They're real when you live them every Sunday. Smart decision making, accuracy, relentless preparation, protecting the football, leading by example, keeping your composure when the offensive line collapses and the boos pour down like rain from the upper deck of MetLife Stadium. Jones learned all of that the hard way. In New York, nothing is handed to you, especially not respect. He earned what little he could while navigating injuries, coaching changes, and sky-high expectations that often exceeded reason. He didn't always win. He didn't always shine. But he always showed up. That counts. And now, in Indianapolis, he's showing up again, but different. Humbled, hardened, but not defeated. It's about being continuously committed, he says. Relentless with a good decision-making process. That's not just talk. That's experience talking. That's the voice of a quarterback who has heard the cheers turn to jeers and still found a way to step back on the field, snap after snap, game after game. It's the sound of a competitor who knows the game isn't always about stats, it's about moments. Small, pivotal, pressure-filled moments where clichés become commandments. He talks about details, about being specific, about doing the little things right. Because the little things become everything when the margin for error is razor thin, when your job security is week to week, when every throw is a referendum on your future. Jones knows what it's like to be on the front page one day and in the hot seat the next. He knows what it's like to take the fall for problems that go beyond his control. And he knows how to keep going, even when the noise says stop. He never wanted to be a cliché himself. But maybe, just maybe, he's becoming something more valuable, an example. An example of grit in a game that demands it. Of growth in a league that seldom allows it. The move to the Colts isn't just a fresh start. It's a test of transformation. Can Daniel Jones take what he learned in New York, the pressure, the mistakes, the criticism, and turn it into something sustainable? Can he shed the ghosts of the past and become the player many hoped he'd be? No one knows. That's the truth. But what we do know is this: he's trying. And in a league where second chances are scarce and fleeting, effort and humility might just matter more than arm strength and 40-yard dash times. Jones isn't promising fireworks. He's not guaranteeing dominance. But he is committing to the process, to the grind, to the endless pursuit of smarter football. And perhaps, most importantly, he's acknowledging that the clichés, the very ones we mock and roll our eyes at, actually mean something. That behind every one of those tired phrases is a quarterback trying to survive, to lead, to grow. Smart decision-making, accuracy, consistency. They're not just buzzwords. They're his survival kit. So here he is, in Colts blue now, far from the madness of New York but carrying every lesson it ever taught him. And maybe that's enough. Maybe that's where real quarterbacks are born, not in the echo of applause, but in the silence that follows failure. Daniel Jones stands at the edge of what could be a new beginning. And though his voice may not roar with confidence, his resolve speaks volumes. He knows the clichés. He lived them. And now, he's trying to make them matter.